Do not be afraid. Christ is here.
Alright boys, in today's video I'm going to be going over lifting belts. Now, I recently recorded a video, in fact I recorded it about 10 minutes ago, but I'm recording this and you'll probably get this around a week later, just because I like to segment these types of videos. But I recently recorded a video where I went over how you use lifting straps, and more specifically when you should and shouldn't use them. Now, in addition to lifting straps, there is a similar topic on my mind, and that is with regards to the lifting belt. Now, the lifting belt is essentially a core component of any weightlifter's accessories. You use it when you're going for a personal best, you use it when you want to practice your form a little better. Sometimes people even use it when they have back pain. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to go over exactly what is a lifting belt and when you should and when you shouldn't use it, because I see many people using it incorrectly. And this is perhaps due to ignorance, maybe it's the fact that they just don't know, perhaps they don't want to know, which is ignorance. Maybe they just want to use it as a fashion accessory, but the point still stands that many people are using this without knowing exactly how to use it. So as always, I've got my coherent notes. These are just notes that I normally make whilst I'm either driving or speaking to the phone, or whilst I'm on the bike or something like this. Now, I'm going to start off the video by explaining to you what is a lifting belt. A lifting belt is essentially a belt, and I'm referring to my notes here, that braces against your abdomen. Okay? If I'm going to put this on, it's going to go on like so. Put it in, lock it in. It's a belt that braces against your abdomen. So right now, I've got a lot of pressure on my abdomen. The purpose being is a prevention of bending the spine. Can you see? I can't bend down in the same way that I could without the lifting belt. Essentially, it's keeping me upright almost. Let me turn side on so you boys can see this. So here it is. I'm bending, can't really arch my back too much. I can bend down like this though. Not so much like this, because I'm bracing my abdomen against the belt, and this is forcing my spine to stay in a more upright position. The purpose of the lifting belt is to add extra resilience and stability to your core. If you're doing deadlifts, for example, and heavier weights, you may notice that sometimes your back arches. Not always the healthiest thing. You could use a lifting belt in that particular instance in order to prevent the arching of your back, because it will stabilize you, and it will also act as a brace. It will enable your abdomen to leverage against your spine. I'm doing it right now, watch. I don't know if you boys can see the difference here as I contract against. So right now I'm squeezing my abs, and I'm squeezing them against the belt, and in doing so it's tensing my spine. So yeah, that's what a lifting belt is, and that's the purpose of it. The lifting belt essentially holds you upright, and it adds resilience and stability to your spine and to your abdomen by essentially enabling you to leverage your abdomen against your spine. That's essentially what it is. Now, there's only one particular instance under which a lifting belt should be used. In my opinion, some people may disagree, but for me, there's only one instance, and that is when you are lifting heavy weights when there is a perceived risk of injury. By that I mean, if you feel as though you're probably going to injure yourself, going for a particular deadlift number and you think that having a lifting belt and having the extra stability and leverage will help, do it. By all means, do it. Okay? There's no harm by using the lifting belt in that particular circumstance, and in my opinion, that's the only time you should use it. I've uploaded around 300 videos now. Maybe 20 of them I've used the lifting belt. It's very uncommon. You may have seen I've used it on squats sometimes, I've used it sometimes on deadlifts. Never on a rack pull, because there's an argument to be made that you could use it on a rack pull, but the whole point of the rack pull, for me, is to strengthen my lower back and also my lats. Why would I want to use a belt to do that work for me when I can just use my body and get stronger? So I don't use it even on the rack pulls, just on deadlifts and squats. Now, that's when you should use it, when you're going for a heavy weight and you want that extra stabilization and resilience through the leveraging of the abdomen against the spine. Now I'm going to tell you again why you should never use a lifting belt, in my opinion, because it's an opinion board, okay? What I'm saying is just my own thought. Muscle and Fitness may say otherwise. There are some other YouTube people, they may say otherwise. But for me personally, I'm going to tell you when you should never use it. And I've got 3 main reasons. Firstly, you should never use it as a tool for getting stronger. The lifting belt, it's actually making me, it's my birthday today, boys, so I've eaten a lot of cake. No, not cake, I've eaten cookie pie, which I made myself, you know, it's very delicious, but I ate a lot of it, and I feel like a cookie pie right now. Hard on the outside and soft and gooey on the inside. So having that wrapped around my abdomen, it's not a good feeling. So it's not to be used as a tool for getting stronger. It is only to be used as a support for your current strength. You should be able to lift that weight anyhow. The belt should just add that extra stability if you need. Okay? Number 2, it should not be used as a fashion accessory. We've all seen these people, whether they're men or women. If they're a man, they're probably using the lifting belt in order to posture up more, stick out their lats perhaps a little bit, so they look a bit thicker up top. If they're a girl, they're probably using the lifting belt for the same purpose, but to look a little thicker down bottom. Because if you've got the lifting belt and it's causing you to have a nice arch in your spine and you're a girl, your butt's going to look bigger. If you're a man, your lats are going to look wider. It's just the nature, even just holding the lifting belt in place like this will just give you that appearance of bigger lats just through the nature of the equipment. So don't use it as a fashion accessory. I've seen people walking throughout the gym wearing the lifting belt for their whole session. Their whole session. Why? I've seen a man doing leg extensions. Leg extensions where you're sitting basically and you're just lifting up your legs. And I've seen him do this with a belt on. Why? I don't know. I don't know. So, don't use it for that. Okay, it's not a fashion accessory, it's a piece of lifting equipment. Makes no sense to wear it all day. And lastly, do not use it if you have back pain. If you've got a bad back and you're feeling a bit of niggle in your spine, we've all had it, okay, it's a part of lifting. Do some yoga, do some stretching. Don't lift heavy weights. Do not use this as a compensation to enable you to then lift heavier weights again. It's not what it's intended for. You're just going to fuck your back up. Let me explain my logic here. If you've got a bad back, let's say your spine is a little bit niggly and you're feeling a bit of misalignment almost. You whack this on, you tighten that spine back into place, and then you go and you whack a bunch of heavy weights, and you take this fucker off at the end of it, you're going to be in so much agonizing pain, I can't even describe to you, and I can tell you this on a first-hand account, because I've been lifting now for many years, and I've done this. I've gone into the gym knowing I've had a bad back, knowing my back is in pain. I've put this on, I've gone, fuck it. Today I'm going to do 200 kilogram deadlifts for many reps. I've gone into the gym, I've done that, and I've hobbled out the gym thinking, what a stupid decision that was. Okay, so I'm telling you this as a piece of advice of somebody who's lived it and doesn't want to see anybody else go through it. Okay, so do not use the lifting belt when you're injured as a way to get around the injury, because it will not work. You will just aggravate the injury further. Okay? Just to recap, the lifting belt braces your core by leveraging your abdomen against your spine, and it should be used, in my opinion, only when you're going for a heavy weight, when you have a perceived risk of injury, such as the deadlift, where you think you're going to arch your back and perhaps pull your back. It would make sense to use a lifting belt in that instance. You should never use it in order to get stronger, as a constant fashion accessory, and when you have got severe or even mild pain in your back. Okay, do not use this as a compensatory measure. It's not worth it at all. Right, boys, so that's the end of the video. Pretty quick one. That's pretty much just going over the lifting belt for you, because I've seen, now that I'm in the public gym, many people using it for the wrong reasons. And again, I don't know if it's because people don't know, people don't want to know, or people know how to use a lifting belt and they instead think, no, you know what, I'm just going to wear it. Fuck them. And that's fine. It's your prerogative. Okay, if you want to wear it when you're injured and get injured, that's fine. You want to wear it as an accessory so people can look at you, that's fine. Your life. Okay, it doesn't affect me at all. I just want to at least put that out there so that people know the correct times under which they should use a lifting belt. Okay? Thank you very much for watching, boys. Another one of these cycling videos. As I said, I'm going to upload this around a week after the one I recorded earlier today, just because I don't want to have two of these back to back. I want to keep the content diverse. And with that being said, I'm now going to delete my notes and say, hasta mañana, mis gringos. Adios.